Right, I'm in my pyjamas and my dressing gown, and it's 11 o'clock at night, and I really should go to bed, but I really want to talk about this today. Hello, by the way, if if you're new to the blog, through the hashtag CV calling, welcome. Just briefly, I'm trying to blog my discernment process as it happens, rather than sort of reflecting back on it from the endpoint. If you aren't here because of hashtag CV calling, but you haven't heard of hashtag CV calling, do look it up, because the CV is doing a month of concentration on vocations. So every day tweeting new things to pray about, vocations and callings and things. Anyway, reason I'm doing this vlog. This morning I started writing a blog about St. Peter, because I've been kind of interested in St. Peter, and I'll put the bit I wrote this morning underneath this video to explain that. But then this evening I had a conversation with my friend after a meeting I'd had with the team that organised Circus Spirit, which is the discussion group we do at church for people in their 20s and 30s. So we'd had the meeting, and this month, February, we're going to talk about friendship. And then after the meeting, me and my friend had a conversation, and I just walked away from it, and having been thinking about Peter and being Jesus' friend, and then talking about friendship in the meeting, and then walking away from talking to him, I was struck with how blessed friendship is. And throughout this process, we were talking about the fact that I've been finding it quite difficult recently. I've been feeling quite overwhelmed. I put another blog, I'll link to the blog, about, I sort of ranted about how overwhelmed I was feeling. And I've had another week where I felt like I'm just sort of bobbing over the surface and not really coping. I mean, the reason today it started badly because my landlady shouted at me, and so I walked into work and my director was like, "Something wrong? You don't seem particularly calm." I explained to her, and it was really nice to sort of talk about it, because I didn't have the opportunity until I'd walked into work to talk to someone about it. Anyway, so I was talking to my friend about how overwhelmed I was feeling, and the fact that I feel torn. I feel like I've got the duty to work, and I've got the duty to, say, organise Circus Spirit, and I've got the duty to follow my calling, and I've got the duty to see my friends and see my boyfriend and talk to people and convince my mother I'm still alive. Hi, Mum! I'm alive! And all those things are important to me. He kept on saying you need to prioritise, and I kept on saying to him, but they all feel like a priority for different reasons, because I love my friends and my boyfriend and my family, and I love organising Circus Spirit, and it's really important to me to be part of that and to create that in our church, because I turned up at 19 to our church, and there's literally no one, well, it felt like there was no one under the age of about 35, 40, and for a 19-year-old, I mean, I enjoyed it, but I could understand why other people didn't. Mainstream, people who might have an interest in spirituality, but, it's high church and sort of old people, why on earth would you go? Anyway, so that's important to me, and then, of course, I talk about my calling. Every time, say, I talk to Ivan, or I do my daily things. I daily read the Bible and read the reflection app and try and do some sort of prayer. Whenever I'm reading books about vocation, whenever I'm trying to pray, it feels so important and exciting, and like, this should be, the big thing. But since that's been added to the pile, I felt like, okay, that's rocked the boat. That I'm not balancing all those things. I explained all this to my friend, and he was so helpful than just dealing with the bullshit and just sort of cutting through and going, look, you're overcomplicating things and you're making things worse for yourself. Take a break, you know. And of course that was like, what? Take a break? I don't take a break. Like, I'm an all or nothing kind of person. And he's like, well, that's not working. You can't be 100% in 5 different directions, you know. When you've got the 100%, you've got to split it up, or, you know, cut out one at 0% and concentrate on the other ones. And I'm trying to get my head around that, but walking away from that conversation and having that perspective just blow through all my bullshit, I felt so blessed to have him in my life, and I don't know how to express what I'm trying to articulate. With all this bubbling about Peter and friendship, and you know, the fact that it talked about my calling, and at least trying to follow my calling. You know, my favourite thing. Okay, so I know I've been going on for a while. I'll finish in a minute. The one thing I want to say is one of my favourite things was I was saying, you know, well, luckily I can sometimes sort of turn to my friends, my boyfriend, my family, and go, look, I'm busy. Can I talk to you next week? And they'll go, yeah, sure, chill, whatever. Like, I'll talk to you later. And the last few weeks, I felt every time I've tried to pray, I felt like tense and almost resentful. Like, you know, sitting there going, I'm not very good at this, and you know, if I'm not good at something, it's kind of like I don't want to do it, but I knew I should, and I kind of do want to do it. And it's not becoming much of a positive experience. And I sort of realised, well, if I can turn to my family and my friends and they go, yeah, sure, chill later, why the hell wouldn't God do that? Why can't I just take a break and just go, look, I'll talk to you later, alright? Why am I so scared to do that? When, you know, Jesus is such a patient person with his friends. Peter is blundering all over the place, and Jesus is just like, all right, chill, you know, just try better. It's fine. And Jesus goes away and goes, I'll see you later, guys. I'm just gonna have some time. So I can turn to God and go, I just need some time. And he'll go, all right, chill. Anyway, I wanted to share that. And hopefully I'll be able to turn this into some sort of articulate written word. All right.